I'm bringing you the top 5 best and worst highlights of the day, number 1. So number 5 worst was on Coconut Mall, and as you can see, I used the shock and third, but then I pull a thunderclap, which is completely not funny because it's kind of like a taste of my own medicine. And I try to pass it to the guy in first, but it doesn't work. And then I say a blue shell, maybe I can combo him with something. But of course not, I get a banana, and because I'm small, I can't even catch up to him at all. Number 5 best comes later in the race, where I use the banana well, and I throw it on the stairs, and I pull off a nice snipe, but I still ended up getting second. So number 4 worst is there was a POW on Luigi circuit. You see this green show, and then the guy shrooms and bumps me into it, and I go fly into the wall. It's really lame. But number 4 best, it actually came in the same race, like the last one. And so I use the blooper in 4th. I'm trying to get a good item, but I get a red shell. And I read this guy, and that's not going to be very good later, but as you can see, this is the best play. So I start goldening through the cut, and I get first, but then the shot comes, and he passes me, and he dodges the blue shell in his star, and that was the guy I red shelled, so he really got revenge. That was kind of a bad move on my part. But anyway, coming in at number 3 worst, so I'm in first on BC3, and I get blue shelled, and then immediately after, another blue shell comes, and I'm like, is this legit? And then I'm like, of course it's legit. There's no hacker in that room. But then I really didn't know whether there was a hacker or not. So at number 3 best, I'm in a room on Coconut Mall with this quote-unquote for the win hacker who actually stops at the line and lets me pass him. I mean, it's not exactly a very good moment, but I don't know. It's just kind of nice to know that there aren't that many for the wins. Now coming in at number 2 worst, it's on Mushroom Gorge, and I slowed this down to show it looks like I hit the mushroom, but it turns out that I actually just clipped the side and fall off. And of course that means that I'm gonna get this awful respawn back here where you're like sliding down the back of the mushroom, and if you don't get the start boost, you're pretty much super slow. It's bad. So at number 2 best on Yoshi Falls, I get blued right at the beginning of the lap, and I decide to go wide to get a better item. And the guy right next to me pulls a TC. But he ends up passing that to me, so I throw the blue shell at the guy, and I'm able to pass him the TC, and while they're all battling to try to get it away from them, I'm able to just kind of break away from them in first, and as you can see, I have kind of a small lead, but it's enough to get me a victory for that race. Now this is the number 1 worst thing that happened to me. So it's on the same race where number 2 worst happened, and I almost get shocked off the track, but I'm still in first, and it looks like I'm going to win the race, but then we grow and my wheelie locks. I hit a little bit of the grass, and then I go from first to second to third to fourth to fifth to sixth. And I get 6th place, which is pretty much last, unless you count the Diddy Kong all the way back there. Yeah, and I lost 156, which was my worst loss of the day. But coming in at number 1 best, it is on GBA Shy Guy Beach, and I have the bullet, and I predicted Diddy Kong in last will chain the shock up here. So I use the bullet, and he doesn't chain it, but BAM! Shock dodge! And so I get the shock dodge, and I time it perfectly, because that was beast, and I totally predicted that shock. And so I'm just going to speed it up here to show you my epic front running skills. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep getting these low tricks and hopping over the little water patches and avoiding these bombs. And as you can see, I get first with a time of 1:39.278 seconds. And I'm going to put it back to normal speed here. And as you can see, because of the shock dodging that I did, I gained 35 VR. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and if you want to see more of these, leave a like or comment telling me what you liked or didn't like about the video. Peace!